April 1, 1942. 196 Ontario Street, St. Catharines. Dear Margie. Well, darling, here it is Wednesday evening, or I should say night. I should have written before, but it seems I just couldn't make it. Meant to last night, but Raleigh asked me to go to the show with him and we didn't get home until late. I landed at work Monday morning about 7:45 just in time to pile in a truck for Niagara Falls to pick up a building for a new substation above the powerhouse. We will finish up tomorrow, I expect, but it makes a long day, about 12 hours from the time I leave home until I return, but we get paid for 11, so that isn't bad. Yesterday was a terrible day. A wet snow soaked us to the hide and we couldn't leave the job as the truck didn't return until 6, so we just grinned and took it. I got a bit of a cold out of it, so did most of the boys. Some have dandies. Thank heavens the landlady, bless her, and the landlady's daughter, bless her too, gave me a couple of aspirins and 2 shots of rye. That fixed me up fine, so fine as I say. I took in the show. Well, darling, I have to work the Friday but might get the Saturday afternoon off. I will be over Sunday no matter what, but I'm hoping to make it Saturday. We must make up those 2-3 week vacancies, that's all they were. Must go downtown and get young Pete's spoon, or he will be using a knife and fork by the time I get around. I wonder if he will remember me when he sees me again. He had better, because I am his future uncle. Well, darling, must write a few lines home, or I should say finish the one I started last week. So, until the weekend, darling, all my love. I'll have some more when I see you. As ever. Roger XXXXX. St. Catharines, Tuesday. April 7, 1942. Dear Margie. Well, darling, here it is Tuesday, and what a dirty day, rain ever since last night. Of course, I didn't work and must say I'm sorry, because had I worked today, I would have drawn the largest pay since I have been on this job. I wanted it all, sweetheart, and you know why. Guess I am getting tired of being a bachelor and want some home life as well as the swellest girl in existence. This boarding house gets me down at times. I realize it when I have to spend a day indoors, although I went back to bed this morning and slept until nearly 11 o'clock. Had lunch, went uptown intending on seeing a show, but there were no good ones playing, so bought myself some reading and came home. Tonight, I am trying to work on the plaque, but can't seem to settle myself. Did you listen to the King's speech, and what did you think of it? I thought it pretty poorly delivered, although I guess we will have to free the hands of government as if we were holding them. Gosh, there is some swell dance music on the radio, just the kind we should be dancing to. I don't know who is playing or where it is from, but it is good and I wish we were dancing to it. There are a number of dances here tonight. Just think, when we are married, we can go to any we please. Well, darling, how is young Pete? Still sleeping? Tell him I think it was very unmannerly to sleep all the time when his future uncle came to visit his best aunt. Guess Al is still in barracks. Boy, will he be fed up. Well, darling, can't think of anything more to say, but write soon, darling. All my love, Margie. As ever. Roger XXXXX. St. Catharines, April 15, 1942. Dear Margie. Well, sweetheart, here it is Wednesday, and I said I would write yesterday. I started a letter but came downstairs to tune the radio up and I lay down on the Chesterfield just for a couple of minutes and didn't get up until nearly 12 o'clock. In fact, the landlady woke me up, so you see I'm not responsible. Excuse the follow-up text, and Connie just phoned and wanted to know whether I'm afraid to bring the little girl around to St. Kitts. They mean you. Tex is in favor of turning Connie on a new deal for you, but I've given him fair warning and Connie assures me that she will protect you if I can't do it myself. Some joke, says I. Received his letter from home giving me heck for not writing and sending Easter greetings. It's a funny thing when letters are missing or have gone astray, it's always my letter. Oh well. There was a copy of Gil's letter enclosed. He has been to Stratford-on-Avon to see my great aunt. They showed him all through the town and the Shakespearean landmarks. He must have had a real time. The letter was quite interesting. Mother also said that Dawn may be down to this part of the country. The silly young nut shouldn't have left the Northern Power. Of course I can't give any advice, they would only say how about yourself. Have had a pretty hard week to date so far as work is concerned. There are only 2 of us to climb and I have been on the run, first to one gang and then to another. One thing, I am developing a real tan. This sun and wind is doing a real job. Won't it be great, dear, when we can get out on the beaches for a swim and a real sun bath? Oh boy. The checks were to come in today but didn't, and am I low? I'll have to borrow a stamp to mail this if I can borrow a stamp. Well, darling, guess this is about all the news at present. All my love, sweetheart. As ever. Roger XXXX.